Patrick Mahomes is chasing Tom Brady. He's won 3 Super Bowls. He's won 3 Super Bowl MVPs. He's the first MVP since Kurt Warner to win the Super Bowl. He's one of 3 to have 3 Super Bowl MVPs with Brady and Montana. He's become the first quarterback in NFL history, again, to win the Super Bowl while carrying the largest cap hit, second ever 50 touchdown, 5,000 yard season. Let's not forget he did it in his first year. One of 3 to have multiple 5,000 yard passing seasons. My boy Drew right here has 5. Brady has 2. Mahomes now has 2. Patrick Mahomes has been down by 10 plus points in 4 playoff games. He's undefeated. Tom Brady faced the same situation 21 times in his career, and he's 10-11. Patrick Mahomes is 4-0. This has been the best 6-year start to any NFL quarterback's career. And I saw a post today on Facebook. They took Patrick Mahomes' averages over the first 6 years, how often he's won a Super Bowl, if he played to age 45 like he did with Brady, or the same amount of seasons that Brady did. And I want y'all to take a look at this. I want you to see the bottom line, playoff pass yards, Mahomes, 118,000. 18,000. Brady, 13,000. We'll let that go away for a second so it can fit the screen better. This is Patrick Mahomes' projected career if he plays as long as Brady and keeps up the pace that he does. He'll win 11 Super Bowls. He'll win 287 regular season games. He'll have 852 passing touchdowns. He'll have 111,000 regular season passing yards, 55 playoff wins, 150 playoff passing touchdowns, and I'm trying to see, how can we view it? There we go. And 18,000 playoff pass yards, surpassing Brady in all major categories. Wins, Super Bowl wins, by default Super Bowl MVPs, passing yards, passing touchdowns, playoff wins, playoff passing yards. Mahomes would have about 120,000 all-purpose, all-time passing yards. And I understand it's going to take some more time for Patrick Mahomes to catch up to Tom Brady. There's no doubt about that. There's still a lot of years left. People always talked about with Tiger Woods catching Jack Nicklaus with the way that Tiger Woods started off in his career. And unfortunately, we did see Tiger have some bumps in his career, have some bumps in his road to where he never made that debate really something of worthy topic because of how the back end of his career played out. And really after his hot start in the golfing world. And Patrick Mahomes is 28. A lot can happen in the next 17 years if he plays to 45. Hell, even if he plays to 38 or 40, a decade plus 2 years, a lot can happen. We don't know that Andy Reid's going to coach for that long, and more than likely not for that much longer. We don't know if Mahomes ever has an injury that's not going to really threaten his career. Obviously, prayers up if that ever happens, and I'm not trying to jinx him here. We don't know what the cap situation is going to look like with it, but we do have the right to sit here and soak up what Patrick Mahomes has done so far. These numbers right here speak for themselves. This is what Patrick Mahomes is possibly capable of, and it's not a shocker. 4 more Super Bowl wins than Brady. 36 more regular season wins than Brady. 36, yes. Over 200 more passing touchdowns than Brady. Almost 30,000 more passing yards. 20,000 more passing yards than Brady. 20 more playoff wins, and almost double the amount of playoff passing touchdowns, and about 7,000 more playoff passing yards. That's possible. All that is absolutely possible with the pace that Patrick Mahomes is on right now. But let's give it some time. Let's pump the brakes some. There's no doubt, like I said, it's the best 6-year start we've ever seen to a quarterback. It is the best resume to go catch the GOAT of the NFL in Tom Brady. But it's going to take time. He's going to have to maneuver through these cap situations, these different head coaches, these different rosters, these different offensive players that he's going to have to trust year over year over year. And that's why we appreciated Brady so much, because he basically has 3 Hall of Fame careers in one. 2 rings, 3 rings, 2 rings. In his 20s, in his 30s, and in his late 30s to early 40s and mid 40s. That's why we tell people, that's why we know that Brady is so good, because of the longevity and the entire body of work. And we have to give Mahomes time to do that. But it doesn't mean that we can't have the conversation in a few years. Because if we're looking back, if we're in 2, 3 years from now and Mahomes has won, maybe another two by the time he's 31 or 32 and he's got five, that's a completely different conversation. A completely different conversation. But Patrick Mahomes will have to meet or pass all of Brady's numbers by 45, if not sooner, for me to personally consider him the GOAT, or at least tied with Brady for the GOAT. But again, like we did last year after Mahomes won the second Super Bowl with the second Super Bowl MVP and the MVP in the same year, let's rank Patrick Mahomes all time yet again. At number one is Brady. No question. We don't even need to say why. Number two, Joe Montana. 4 Super Bowl rings. Very reputable with those San Francisco 49ers teams. But we know that Montana only has 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Mahomes has 3. At 3, you could easily put Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to give the respect to one of my favorite quarterbacks I've ever watched play, the Sheriff, Peyton Manning. We know he's got 2 Super Bowl wins. We know he's got 5 MVPs, which really makes me give this nod over him. We know that he's he is the smartest quarterback to ever play the game. He is the best play call changer and audibler at the line we've ever seen. Madden wasn't exaggerating when he would take 45 seconds to snap the ball after audibling 17 times. The entire body of work that Peyton Manning had, yes, we understand the defense carried him majorly in his last Super Bowl, and we know he got benched in that final year. But he's still one of 2 quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl with 2 different franchises and to win an MVP with 2 different franchises. Might be the only one to win an MVP with 2 different franchises. Y'all fact check me on that. Roast me in the comments like you always do when I get something wrong here on the show because y'all have no mercy for me. So number 1, Brady. Number 2, Montana. Out of respect for his entire body of work, even though I know Mahomes blows past him with Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl MVPs, postseason record, I'm still going to leave Manning at 3. But number 4 is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was the 6th best quarterback of all time to me after winning the Super Bowl last year. He's jumped 2 spots, and now he's number 4. I'm putting him over Aikman. I'm putting him over Bradshaw. I'm putting him over Steve Young. This is the best 6-year start to a career we have ever seen. And it is undeniable. The clutchness, how elite he is, the decision-making in very crunch times of a football game. We are witnessing something that we might not ever see again. And we have to give that respect to Patrick Mahomes. We absolutely have to. He's chasing Tom Brady. It's crazy what he's been able to do so far, and I can't wait to see how Mahomes' career plays out as the years go on.